These final tips that support your intentional follow-up are focused on the follow-up with your team. Here's the background or context to these tips. In my work with teams and leaders, I repeatedly hear from team members that their leader often promises follow-up, but neglects to do so. They share these concerns and frustrations in single or small group sessions that occur during our coaching sessions. These stories are peppered with a flavor of distrust, a question of integrity, and a sense of being unintentionally devalued. Lack of follow-up breeds lack of commitment or buy-in, which leaders and managers have all experienced at one point in time or another. So here's the first step of intentional follow-up with teams. Create a quick summary of a team meeting, including the purpose, topics covered, and action plan with agreed upon solutions. Be sure to include who, what, when in your plan to support accountability and breed a collaborative message. The other tip is how you begin your next meeting. Here's the example. When you start the next meeting, start with where you left off in the prior meeting, such as, before we start into the topics of today's meeting, I want to connect back to the action items from last meeting. Then provide a brief background, 1 to 2 sentences, to give context and ensure all team members are on the same page. I suggest that the team members who were part of the action plan report on results of that plan. Include what is working, what is not, and what help or other resources are needed. This may seem too basic and rudimentary to you, but it accomplishes the following. As a leader, you have shown that you are being intentional about following up, that you value each person's input, and that the topic is important enough to follow through to its completion. You're demonstrating true influential characters needed to lead as leaders. You are creating a culture of trust by demonstrating accountability, commitment, and integrity. As you move forward with this approach, you'll likely be amazed at the engagement and the rise in motivation in your team. Give it a try, but be consistent, and then let me know how it goes.